with us next year. They're moving on to bigger and better things. I'm going to start with Aiden, who is around here somewhere. Raise your hand, Aiden. All the way in the back there. So Aiden, as you all know, is our team captain this year, and for a lot of obvious reasons after watching him play, the way he carries himself on and off the field, he's a leader to all these guys, and he really cheers for everyone out there. He wants nothing more than to win, and he really strives for that each and every game, every play, and he really puts his best foot forward out there. So we really appreciate his efforts as the team captain this year. Not to mention he had a really good season. I think he struck out 3 times all year. He's on base and scored more than half of our runs, so a phenomenal year for him. And we asked a lot of him to catch in most of our games, and he's filled in that role quite well as well. So. We're going to go to Charles now. Of course, thanks Charles for having us over to your abode here. Now Charles is all around a great guy. He is probably one of the best teammates I've ever seen at any level, and I've played a lot of baseball, and Charles is just a good guy all around. He always wants other people to succeed, and he always puts other people in front of himself, but he still has that passion to be a great baseball player, and that really stands out. He works hard for everything. He doesn't cut corners. And he really goes out there and gets after it in the games. He's been a really good third baseman for us for a long time. So we can't be more proud of Charles, and maybe getting the bat rolling a little bit more this year. And he crushed some baseballs out there, so that's pretty good. So we're very proud of Charles for this year, and wish you great things to come. So Jordan had an interesting year. I think that you've grown in a lot of ways this year, and I know that you had a few injuries that were setbacks and you didn't get to play all the games, but I think that you've really shown your heart coming out to everything and being part of this team even when you weren't eligible to play. So we really appreciate you being there for us and for helping get us through these games. The last 2 games you were able to get out there and participate, and hopefully you're feeling even better tomorrow and you can play even more tomorrow. So we want to have you out there, but Jordan's made a lot of progress, not only as a person, growing as a person, but he's become a much better baseball player. You've gotten better with your swing's been better this year, your bunting better, you're running just as fast as ever. So really a lot of pressure that Jordan had, being injured a couple times, but you overcame those things, and we're really proud of you for that. So congrats on a good year. Hope you have a good year. Ethan's over here on my right. He's my right-hand man. He has pitched phenomenally this year. I think this year has been his best pitching year that I've ever coached with him or on his team, and he's really grown a lot as a player too. He gets in some tough situations out there on the mound, and he'll get out of them. He finds himself just carrying this team in other ways, and he's definitely a fun guy to have on the team. He likes to have fun and let loose sometimes, so it's always good to have someone like that who can get out there, throw the ball hard, and hit the ball hard as well. So Ethan, we wish you the best of luck as well coming up the next couple of years.
Yeah, Ethan.
Last but not least is James Barber, older brother of Sam Barber, for those of you who don't know. He is moving on. Sadly, he'll be gone next year, but for now, he's still got him for one more game. James has been kind of a secondary team captain in my eyes. I think he's really taken a role as a center fielder and taken charge out there and been an excellent defensive player all year for us. He came out and started hitting the ball hard this year again, and he's had a couple of home runs in practice, and so we know James is definitely that guy who is a good teammate. You can count on him for anything. He's ready to go every game. He never complains, and he's just an all-around great kid. So James, we hope everything that you do, you have fun out there tomorrow, and don't hold back. Go after everything and be aggressive.
Woo! Yeah!
All right, so I guess we're going to get to this video. If anybody else would like to say anything? Or
I got something to say.
Sure.
Right? Yeah, really. No, I said most of what I needed to say last year. You know, I think anybody who knows me knows how much this team means to me. And I was never going to let this team fall into hands that were not going to take care of this franchise, as I call it. And I want to give a big thank you. Alan and Rich and I have been together for a while. I want to give a big thank you to Nick and Brad for taking this team on with as much passion and dedication that they have. This team had amazing chemistry this year. I was telling somebody a few minutes ago, these guys have been tighter than any group that I remember seeing in recent memory. And it's partially because we have great kids and great families, but it's also because we have some great guys really running this team. And I could not be more comfortable and confident in the future of this team as I am right now with Nick and Brad. So I want to thank them. You want to say anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Let's talk about
Charles,
who's gonna keep
good
the
job
ball
having us
next
here.
year.
That's a great screen. That's all I got.
Are we good?
The most progress we've made.
You close?
So keep talking.
All right.
And
I always like to say something. I always have to say something at the end of every game. I feel like
Listen up, listen,
Vladdy.
Vladdy.
Say my own thing. Last year was kind of a transition season for me. I helped out a little bit, but I'd been coaching in the NL, and I really liked what this whole experience of coaching at the ML level was all about. I met Brandon a couple of years before that when the current 12-year-old guys were 9, and I really enjoy and respect the tradition of not only what's going on at Myers Park Little League, but also with Al Brown and the community that's built around it. I was thinking back earlier today as I was thinking about coming over here tonight about my own Little League experience, and to you guys, especially you 12s, but all you guys, there are so many cool things that I remember still to this day about my Little League experience, 10, 11, 12 years old. And part of it is the team that and bond that you create with these guys that you become friends with. And it's great to see how the community of families and coaches and everybody works together to really champion these guys as they go on through kind of the early stages of early teens. It's a stage of life that is really special for me to be a part of, and I'm really honored to be considered by Brandon and Alan and Rich to have come along with Al Brown going forward. So I'm really, it's really great to be part of something where you see guys, you 10-year-olds, that I'll see you guys for 10, 11, and 12-year-olds, some of you 11-year-olds that I know since you were 9, 12 is the same way. And I'm really excited about it. So I just want to thank everybody for kind of welcoming me along, and these guys that, as we're coaching through games and giving me good advice to help, call pitches or whatever it is during the game. It's been a lot of fun, and I really had a blast with this first season. I'm going to miss this particular group. I know what it's like to see a team that has good chemistry, and even at the Little League level, and this team has a special chemistry. I think you guys will remember that further down the line than what you even understand right now. So I think that's something to really be proud of. So just thanks everybody for welcoming me along. Appreciate it.
And I just want to publicly blame Charles for turning off the projector.
Brandon did it, not me.
I see